Saving money for retirement is one thing, and most financial professionals out there are trained to do just that. They sell products to help someone build their wealth. But it is an entirely different ballgame when it comes to making sure your money lasts, because the problem is you don't know how long you might live in retirement. If you guys had an end date, hey, I'm going to live to 73, 83, 93, 2 months, 6 days, and all that kind of stuff. If you had an end date, it'd be an easier job to try to figure out how to make our money last as long as we are. But once we're confident that we've saved enough money to retire, how then can we help? Maybe, can't guarantee it, I suppose, but maybe help ensure that we don't outlive our savings.
Well, you have to create a dependable, reliable, consistent stream of income that comes in each month, no matter what's happening in this market. You don't want to have an income plan that only pays you income when the market's going up. When the market goes down, the income dries up and you have nothing to spend. That doesn't work.
Well, and here's some incomes you can count on. You have Social Security. For the most part, people can count on that to some degree, although there's word it might go down in the future as far as what your benefits might be. You got pension. So, and usually those are the two, Social Security and pension. And if that's not enough income, it's very, very important to build your own private pension. And a lot of people, that's what they're left with now because their companies aren't giving them a pension. So they got to set one up themselves. And this is where you take some of your own money and you put it in a lockbox. Now, we've heard that term from the government, lockbox.
Yeah, well, don't count on that one.
Okay, don't count on that one. But if you do it, you can actually set it up. And I bet you will be paying more attention to it and treating it like a lockbox better than the government does. But you can do the same thing here. You take your money, you put it into a lockbox, and we call this a private pension, where you get a monthly check that hits your bank each month. And when your income goes down each month, it can then reload each month to keep you going. And this plan should have an income for life function to it as well. So the income continues no matter how long you live. You don't want an income, you don't want a private pension that says, oh, I'll pay you an income from 65 to 80. Well, what about after 80? I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not a good plan. I'm always told about from people, well, I don't need to plan to live past age 78 because I don't know anybody in my family who has lived past the age of 78. And modern medicine is keeping us alive longer, whether we want to or not. So we can't really look at it that way. And you got to be able to have money to your 80s, your 90s, because you might live that long.
Yeah, when you think about some of the risks when you get into retirement, market volatility certainly would be one, healthcare would be another, taxes would be another. But the one thing that takes all of those and keeps compounding them as we move forward is longevity. So what are some of the risks that we can be exposed to if we do live a very long time in retirement?
Running out of money before you run out of life. That's the biggie one. Being broke, busted, and disgusted.
Yeah, I already said that one. Yeah.
Right?
I mean, so when I say that, I didn't think about it. But when you said that just now, here's what I thought about. I thought about Bill. Bill's early 80s right now. He had $500,000 saved for retirement. Bill had. He withdrew $400,000 to buy all sorts of stuff, house, car, et cetera, you name it. And he said, well, I won't live that long. So that's why I'm going to spend all this money. So think about this. Saved $500,000, spent $400,000 in a matter of like 2 years. Okay. I mean, this is some serious stuff. Now his risk is longevity because him and his wife are fine. Mm-hmm. And now he's only got $100,000 left. So living long enough to outlive your money is a definite thing that's happening here. I mean, when you're 90, the last thing you want to hear is your bank account zero.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
You write a check and you've overdrawn.
Yeah, and then you say, well, I guess we have to live on Social Security and what that pays. And that doesn't pay enough. And so that means you got to cut back. And those are some things you don't want to hear in retirement is